Major League Baseball trade deadline is over, but what does it all mean? Here to talk about that, senior baseball editor Chris Bahr. I'm Tom Vanderwerk. Chris, we often break this thing down into winners and losers. What team among the buyers made the best moves?
I'd say the Dodgers. They picked up so many players. You know, the one guy they didn't get was a starting pitcher, but they got a superstar infielder with Hanley Ramirez. They improved their bullpen with Brandon League. They picked up Shane Victorino, an all-star Gold Glove outfielder. So I think those three guys are big pickups. And, you know, the one guy they didn't get was a starting pitcher, but can't get everything. They tried.
Which team do you think maybe missed out on an opportunity to improve?
I think the teams you got to look at are the teams that didn't do much. That would be the Pirates and the Orioles, two teams that haven't even had winning seasons for decades, you know, and now they're in position to make the playoffs, and they could have made a bigger move. They could have made a more of an impact move. They did some tinkering, you know, but neither team made a move that's going to really boost them in the standings.
The Orioles are an interesting case to me because their run differential is so poor. I mean, they're getting outscored, but I don't know how they have a win. I don't understand how they have a winning record.
Nothing makes sense about the record. It really doesn't. You know, they win close games and they do. You know,
then they get blown out.
And they have a good bullpen. So I mean, but their hitting isn't great. Their starting pitching is
so they
not
obviously
great at all.
Needed pitching more than anything, right? Would you say?
And they were going for Joe Blanton, but honestly I don't know if he's enough that you would say, wow, now we got Joe Blanton. Here we come. So maybe it was a case of, you know, there just wasn't a deal there, but you would think they would try to, you know, a number 2 starter would have been an outstanding pickup for them.
We often talk about teams here, but what about the players? I mean, was there a winner from the player perspective in this trade deadline?
I think it is Hanley Ramirez. It was time for a change in Florida. Obviously, he had a couple bad years now, and he seems completely rejuvenated with the Dodgers. It's a fresh start. You know, it's a new coast. Everything's new. You know, he's got new teammates. He's got just a fresh slate with an organization that's kind of starting from scratch also. So he's not the superstar there like he was in Florida. They've got Matt Kemp, they've got Ethier, they've got Clayton Kershaw. So there's other guys around him now. He doesn't need all the pressure on him. So I think this is a big move, big
win
plus
for
him.
For Hanley. What about on the flip side, a guy that maybe wanted to go somewhere, didn't go where he wanted?
Ryan Dempster. He wanted to go to L.A., as we found out when they tried to trade him to the Braves. But, you know, he said, I want to go to the Dodgers, and he ends up in Texas, which, you know, that's a team suddenly with Oswalt going to the bullpen, Neftali Feliz, Kobe Lewis out for the year with arm surgery. You know, they're struggling right now.
They needed an arm.
But I think they'd rather have Cliff Lee, Cole Hamels, Zach Greinke. So they took the best available arm. But you're talking about a guy, you know, as good as Dempster's been this year, he's having the best season of his career. He's not
by far.
So you're looking at a guy.
If he regresses to the mean, then you don't have what the Angels got with Greinke.
Exactly, and you're taking Dempster and putting him in a hitter-friendly park in Texas. You know, you don't know how he'll react to that. He's going to be facing better lineups in the American League.
Exactly.
So the move to L.A. with the Dodgers would have been a great move for him. A big ballpark, the NL West, staying in the NL. But now you're taking him and putting him in a new league in a hitter-friendly park, and, you know, it's not a recipe for success.
Well, let's look quickly at the Western divisions in each league, because you mentioned the Angels and the Rangers, and it sounds to me like you think maybe the Angels came out on top here at the deadline.
I think so. I think the Zach Greinke pickup for them was just huge. That's not to say Texas can't still do something. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they still called the Cliff Lee, you know, called Phillies about Cliff Lee again. But
you have to push him through waivers, obviously.
They'd have to go through waivers. But, you know, I think if Texas is hitting like they can, and they haven't been doing that lately, if they hit like they can, I think they're still better than the Angels. But the Angels made a monstrous pickup with their rotation.
And how about out in the National League, Dodgers and Giants? Dodgers, as you say, did a lot. Giants got, what, Hunter Pence?
Hunter Pence, and they also picked up Marco Scutaro in a smaller deal. But I still like the Dodgers there. I think if they can get the starting pitching, you know, it's not going to be as good as the Giants, but, you know, the hitting is going to be better, the bullpen's going to be better. If they can get decent starting pitching, I think they can take the Giants.
They certainly made a lot of big moves. That's Chris Bahr. I'm Tom Vanderwerk with our look at the Major League Baseball trading deadline. Thanks for watching.